What I wanted to give you today was 3 ways as to how to figure out, literally the fastest way to figure out what to post on social media. Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 290 of the Integrative Health Coach Success Podcast. I'm Dr. Steve Cabral, board certified doctor of naturopathy and founder of the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute. So what I want to do today is share with you a question that came in from a previous podcast about how to figure out what to post on social media. So it's a great question. It's something that we talk about in depth inside of the business mentorship experience, where we help take our IHPs essentially from A to Z on creating a career that they love, of building up really what they want it to be, whether it's just working with 1 appointment per day, 5 a week, or maybe it's 10 to 20 appointments per week. Sky's the limit for what you're looking to create for your own practice. But one of the ways that you're going to be able to find new clients on a weekly basis is with posting on social media. So the whole goal is to be able to provide value up front. So there's so many people in the service-based space who say, I'm not going to teach anything. I'm not going to give away anything because I want people to pay for my services. And I understand that. And I get where people are coming from because they've invested in their education. They spent their own time, their own resources, their own money, like all of the things that go into creating their education. And I get it. But the problem is you have all this information in your head and you're not sharing it with people so that they never end up getting the benefit. So the thing is, we have to be able to get those people to meet with you because you do have the answers. You are able to help them, whether you're the expert in the field or you're a great health coach, right? Like we have to understand is that a lot of health coaches never get started because they're afraid to get started because they feel this imposter syndrome. And we teach how to overcome that in mastery as well. But the truth is this, is that anybody who gets started, myself or anyone else. Well, I've been doing this now for 20 plus years full time. But when I first started, I had never done it before, right? We all start there. And so we have to understand is that you still know more than the average person. The 99 out of 100 people walking down the street, I'm guaranteeing you know more about the de-stress protocol if you've studied IHP, or of course at-home lab testing. That's like 99.99 people, right? Out of 100, you know more than that. So what I want to share with you though is that you need to still be able to get in front of these people. So yes, it's great through family, friends, and referrals and coworkers, but and it's not that that sphere ever runs out, because it's a great sphere of influence to work with, because they can continue to provide referrals to you. But part of it is that you want to be able to pay forward the knowledge that you've learned. So you want to be able to teach on a daily basis on social media in some way, or maybe it's twice a week on a YouTube video, but whatever works for you, you want to find a cadence that you can continue to keep up with. So what I wanted to give you today was 3 ways as to how to figure out, literally the fastest way to figure out what to post on social media. Now, there's a couple of cheating ways, and I'll give you that certainly towards the end. But what I wanted to share with you first is that if you're a science-based data person, you're like, I really just want to see what's a topic that people are going to be interested in. Okay, you can come up with, and you can just look around and say, okay, these all seem popular. And then you can actually go to Google and just type in Google Trends. And when you click on Google Trends, it will allow you to enter in some keywords. So you can choose one at a time, and then you can do the compare. And then it'll automatically give you the last day. Like, this is how popular it was over the last day, over the last 24 hours. But you can go back and just click where it says 12 months, so the past year. Or you can do it over time, which is pretty fascinating. And it will show you whether that trend is on the uptick, a great way to look for a niche, right? Like for sure, you can look at the past 5 years. If you are someone that's, I'm going to be the CrossFit expert. Okay, well, CrossFit peaked and it's not gone. I'm not saying that it's gone, but I've been in the fitness field since the mid 90s. And I can tell you there's peaks and trends to everything. Kettlebell was a huge peak, let's say in the early 2000s, right? And then it slowly went down. It's not like people don't use kettlebells anymore, but it's just like not an entire kettlebell system anymore. TRX had its day. CrossFit had its day. Gyro had its day. It's not like people aren't doing gyrokinesis, gyrotonics now. It's like they are, but just not in the same way. So, we always want to see, like, are you riding the trend up or are you on the way down? And so what I would say to you is this, is if you're someone who really wants to take a scientific-based approach, you can look at Google Trends, type in a couple things that you're interested in. Maybe it's diet-wise. So it's okay. Let me take a look at the carnivore diet, the keto diet. Let me take a look at vegan. Let me take a look at whatever it might be and maybe see what's trending in that direction. Okay, so that's number one. Play around with it if you like. Number two is this. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, right? So when we look at Google search, that's number one. Well, Google also owns YouTube, and YouTube just so happens to be, even though it's video-based, the second largest search engine in the world. Meaning, like, if people are trying to look for a solution to their problem, they also look for it not just in text, but in video. And so keep in mind that it's a great place to do research. Now, one of the ways that you would do this, and you can follow along with me right now, as long as you're not driving in the car, right? You just go to YouTube, and then at the top in the search box, just start to type what you might want to create for a topic, right? So let's go to fitness for men over 40. And we've got that. That is a highlighted topic. And then if I click on it, I'm going to see all of the top videos. Now, do keep in mind, if it's health-based, YouTube just totally changed their algorithm, and they are only showing medical doctors or conventional medicine at the top, which is pretty wild, but they just changed that. So I wanted to let you know that. Okay, so then I can start to look at my search was fitness for men over 40, but the top videos are the best strength training workout for weight loss, men over 40, best routine for men over 40, beginners, full body T-boosting workout for men over 40, building muscle and losing fat. These are all keywords. Build your own workout plan over the age of 40. Total home workout for men over 40, beginner to immediate. 11 things men over 30 should never wear. So now we're getting into fashion. So what I would share with you is this, is that you can use YouTube as a little bit of a search for, like, what videos did well. Oh, maybe I will make my own content based on that. So now we have more of the science-based Google Trends, and then we have the YouTube already proven, meaning like this is what people seem to click on for headlines, maybe even thumbnails as well, if you're creating YouTube-based videos. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And I'm going to now move on to the last one, and then I'm going to show you how I typically will wrap it up as well. Okay, so the last one is this. It is actually looking on social media and maybe even the news or so. I'm not a big news follower. Don't read a lot of newspapers for sure. Don't even read a lot of online news. But what I do is catch some headlines, especially in the health-based space. And I look at a lot of what health-based people are posting. So that's why I know what diets are trending, what genre or topic is the hottest right now. And so if you're following a bunch of different people, here's what you can do. You can look at what they're posting and then look at, comparatively speaking, how did that do versus their other posts? So let's just go to my account. You can use anybody's account, but I would just say a normal size Instagram account. It is a little over 200,000 followers right now. So I know it's not small, but it's also not in the millions. It's just a normal account to look at. So if I look at, my typical, let's say reels or mattresses or, mattress posts, things like that. I'm literally looking at this while I'm talking, and I look at them. I have to look at what I'll be doing some. So some are like 230 likes, 134. Then we've got one that's 1,120. Okay, that would be an outlier. Why is that? Well, let's look at the headline. It was 3 ways to look younger versus why our metabolism lowers as we age. Those were just okay. And then the next one was charring meat can cause cancerous chemicals. Oh, that's interesting. So if you provide diet-based information, you could get your own take on a carcinogen like grilling meat, charring meat, and what that may mean to your health. Okay, then we look at, let's just see, another one on a one-liner, a quote. And this one is at 1,430 likes and 213 comments in just 5 hours. And this was on how alternative health is not going to be shown on YouTube. So this is another reason for this post here today. And then we've got another one here that did exceptionally well. Listen to this. If you get your nails done. Now, I know nothing about manicures and all those different types of things. However, research has been shown that if you're using the UV light dryers, then it can actually damage the DNA in the tissue. And so it's something to watch out for. And then we had a really big one that was almost 4,000 likes, and that was maintaining optimal vitamin D levels between 50 to 80 nanograms per milliliter, resulting in a 76% reduction in developing diabetes. Okay, so you might talk about vitamin D levels and how to improve your vitamin D levels through food, through supplements, through sunlight, how food, there's very few foods that will actually raise your vitamin D. So these are all things that you're able to use as well. Now, let me pull this all together for you. So you've got Google, you have YouTube, second largest search, and then you have you doing your own reconnaissance, which I like actually a lot more than even the first two. So I barely use the first two, barely, like almost never. What I like to do is really stay in touch with what my community of people are really thinking. So there's one more that I want to share with you. And before I do, I want to share with you how I use it for my own thinking in my own posts. So what you want to do, and we teach this inside of the Business Mentorship Experience, BME, over at IHP, and you can find out more about that at integrativehealthpractitioner.org/BME if you're interested in building up your business this year and really creating a career that you can love and that you feel proud doing, is you want to understand that everyone's niche is a little bit different. So let's say that your niche is female fertility or men over 40 fitness or PCOS or migraines or autoimmune or gut issues. When I spoke to you about the vitamin D post that did well or the charring meat, anybody could use that for any of their niches, right? And so all you're going to do is actually move a topic that works and apply it to your niche. So it's customized for your people. So even the, men over 40 workouts to burn fat and gain muscle, or boost metabolism. Okay. Well, for those people with autoimmune issues, how to exercise to boost metabolism without feeling inflamed and exhausted, right? Let's say women in fertility. What exercises are best for women trying to conceive or women dealing with infertility issues? What not to do for exercise? You might talk about over-exercising, working out fasted, like all these different things, right? So it's like apply whatever is hot, whatever is in the news, whatever gets eyeballs for you, and then apply that to your niche. Okay, hopefully that makes sense, because now you'll never run out of topics. Like that's a great way to do it, and you're serving your people without necessarily copying anyone else. I'll share what I do in just a moment, but there's one more that you might find very interesting. Take whatever you're thinking right now, or maybe whatever is trending, and go to answerthepublic.com. Answerthepublic.com. We'll link all of these up, Google Trends, etc., at ihp.coach/290. Okay, so we'll link these up here today. So if you go to Answer the Public, what you're going to find is this. You type in any topic. So it's like, let's just type in migraines. All right, so let's just put that in as a topic, migraines. Let's see what comes up. And you can put in your country. I'm just going to use the United States because that's where I live, but you can type in whatever country you'd like. And then what it's going to do is gather data on what people are asking online when they have migraine-based questions. So there's 142 questions, 694 results. So it starts with, I'm just going to give you a few. Are migraines genetic? Are migraines a disability? Are migraines dangerous? How migraines work? How migraines feel? I'm just literally giving you a few out of the 142 questions. Let's see what else. What migraines mean, when migraines last for days, migraines when pregnant. Literally, there's a million here, right? Who migraines burden, why migraines make you nauseous, why migraines cause vomiting, why migraines happen. 142 different questions that people ask. So now, if your specialty is migraines, you now have 142 topics to create short clips, video, audio, podcasts, interviews, anything. And then we have, what else is this? Prepositions. So these are all based on search volume. And these are migraines curable? And then we just kind of move from there. And then we go on to comparisons. So migraines and vertigo, migraines and birth control, migraines and dizziness, meaning like, are there any connections between these? So it's pretty amazing. So again, that's all completely free. I believe Answer the Public gives you like 3 free searches per day. And then after that, you have to wait till the next day, or maybe you register and then you get more. So every once in a while, head over here for whatever your niche is, and it's going to give you well over a month's worth of different topics to be able to search from. All right, let me give you my last one. This is what I do. So I'm someone that likes to post every day. I love a lot of different topics. I definitely don't recommend doing that in the beginning. But what I like to be able to do is understand what people are asking more of. So I let people write in at Ask a Brawl. They ask a lot of questions. If I keep seeing the same thing come up over and over, then I start to post more about it. I start to talk more about it because people are interested in learning more about it. Then when I see a post do really well, I say, okay, interesting. People want to hear more about that. So a few weeks later, I might take a little bit different angle, and then I'll talk more about that. One thing that I didn't expect to be so big in our community is when I talk about Alzheimer's and dementia. It's a huge niche. It's a huge topic. So I try to tell people, here's the latest and greatest testing. Here are the latest and greatest protocols. This is what you can do. Alzheimer's and dementia are reversible. They are curable as long as they're caught early enough. So I really start to go through those things. And so all of these things are going to be absolutely pivotal in you improving your overall business, gaining more clients. And remember, the more you put out there, the more you're going to see what your community connects with. And when you get a post that does 3 times or 4 times the engagement in terms of likes or comments, that means that is interesting to your people, right? To your community. So you'll probably not do that all the time, but you're going to want to do a little bit more of that to see if that engagement continues to stick. And then, of course, the more people you have coming to you, the more content you give over time, the more that they're going to be open to doing that first discovery call with you or consultation, and then actually moving to become your client. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, all of the links will be at ihp.coach/290. Have a great rest of the week. Take care.